Hey everybody, today I want to tell you about a strategy that we used when we were trying to decide which country we wanted to go to. Of course, just like everybody else, Portugal was on our list, and also the Czech Republic was on our radar because my spouse is Czech, and so that was also an option. But when before even the election in 2022, in that other video where I talk about where I was procrastinating. So during this period, during my procrastination period, I was trying to decide, do I leave or do I stay? Situations were different. I understand a little bit, but we could see things coming down the pike that we did not think was too favorable. So I made a flow chart that I will go over with you all in just a minute of, how we decided where we would go. I had always used flow charts, in medical career, like for advanced cardiac life support. And in times of emergency, you just follow the algorithm, you follow the flow chart, and you don't make emotional decisions at that point. So this is something that works. And so I decided to create a flow chart for us, what we would do when the time came, so that we wouldn't make any rash emotional decisions. And the decisions that we made have all been carefully thought out during times when we didn't have stress and we had peace. And I knew that either one of these plans could work. So let's get into the flow chart and I'll explain some of it to you. So this is our flow chart of how we kind of went through our thought process of how to decide where to go. And so we started in the United States. This was in 2022. Everything was kind of okay in 2022, but we knew an election was coming up and things could change. So therefore we said, if everything stays the same, as in 2022. Now remember, I was still in my procrastination phase then, thinking about leaving. But if everything stayed the same, would we stay where we were? We said yes. We were in a blue state. We liked it. And so then we asked ourselves, can we afford to stay where we are in this blue state? If yes, then we went to the next question. Even though we're in a blue state, is our lifestyle threatened? Are we in one of the marginal groups that is threatened? And if that is no, then we thought, okay, we'll stay. Then we will help to change the laws, make everything more equitable. But of course, I'm in a threatened group just because of the color of my skin. But we thought in a blue state, we could fight with others to help improve the laws and make things better, as we have been always trying to do all our life. So we said, find a democratic state and live our life. We liked our home. We had fixed it up. We had put a lot of money into it. And so we thought maybe we could handle staying there. And if we couldn't stay there, we would find another democratic state, maybe find something we could afford and stay there. Okay, now going back up here, would you live in the United States if everything stayed exactly the same? And if everything was not staying exactly the same, we said no. Then we would move to the EU. Okay, do we need a lot of money to live in the EU? If the answer is yes, then how could we afford to stay in the EU? Well, we said that we could move to our place in Czech Republic. We thought about renting out our small apartment and renting a bigger apartment in Prague when we were thinking of living in Prague. And then we would vacation in Portugal until things changed. If we need a lot of money? We said, I don't know. Then we will fall back on the plan to stay in Czech Republic, vacation in Portugal till we figured things out. Did we need a lot of money? Did we have enough money to where we could move to the EU without having a lot of worries? If we didn't need, a whole lot more than what we had, then we asked ourselves, can we buy a home in Portugal for around $300,000 and live there fine? And we thought that we could. And if we said, yes, I think so, then because we thought we would sell our home in America and put in our place here in Czech Republic and put money towards a place in Portugal. And we said, yes, I think so. So then we said, okay, we'll live in the Czech Republic, whether in Prague or whether in Brno, and we will travel to Portugal to see if we like it and maybe make the move from there. And if we liked Portugal better, we would stay there. But if we come back to here and we're in the EU, do you need a lot of money? And we didn't know, then we still would always come to our Czech Republic home and vacation in Portugal and see how things worked out. Now, if we asked ourselves here after we moved to EU, do we need a lot of money? And we said no, and then we thought we could buy a house. And if we found out that we couldn't afford the property, in Portugal, no, then we thought, well, would renting or selling our house in California make it happen for us? If that made it happen, yes, then we would stay in the Czech Republic place until we had enough money to buy that place there. If selling the place there still didn't make it happen for us, which would be a no, then we would stay in Czech Republic until we had enough, or just stay in the Czech Republic. So this was like kind of a basic flow chart. We had thought it looks simple, but each move was very strategic and very calculated, so that as soon as things would change in the United States, things are not staying exactly the same, boom, no, move. That's what we did. We got here and we knew how much money we had, we knew what we could do, so we're following our flow chart here. And right now, we did visit Portugal. We love Portugal, but there's way more bureaucracy in Portugal than there is in Czech Republic, as far as, well, you can see in some of the groups a lot of things people are having issues with there that we were not having issues with at all here in Czech Republic. And things are actually very efficient here, and timely. And I know people here complain in the Czech Republic that there's a lot of bureaucracy, things don't go well, but everything has pretty much worked pretty efficient for us. My residency card came in 60 days after I applied. We needed repairs and some work done on some things, and we were able to have it done kind of expeditiously. Yes, the service people had to do it on their time frame, and when they did, it still wasn't as bad as some people I heard in Portugal were still waiting for months and months to try to get their utilities turned on. So we were up and running once we got here right away, mostly because we already had a place to stay. But when I had come in 2023, we came for September through November, and we knew we would be coming back at the end of December for good. So when we came in September, there was some furniture and stuff here that we wanted to get rid of to make room for things that we were bringing. So we got rid of that. We called people to take the stuff away, and we sold what we didn't want here. And it happened actually pretty fast. And we bought some new things that we would need here. And I had the permanent internet set up here when I was here. So I had those things taken care of. So when we came back at the end of December, home was already set up for us. So that was our strategy, our plan of how we used our flow chart so that we wouldn't make any emotional decisions, and boom, 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 we could go. We knew which way we were going to go. We knew what we were going to do. So we also, like I said, made pros and cons for each country. We listed a list of our non-negotiables, what we needed. Mine was transportation, things close by. I wanted to be able to shop close by, have bakeries and things and stuff in my neighborhood, and all that, like I talk about before in other videos. So I'm just sharing this as a step of what we did. And I had so many other videos on my other channel talking about our process and what we went through, but my other channel was kind of hacked and attacked. And so it just became a problem. So everything now is on this channel, and I'm trying to bring back some of the other videos that I had, but some of them I still don't have. So I'm just showing what I had on some of the other channels some videos that I had on my other channel that were helpful to people that were trying to leave the United States. So make your list of what it is that you're looking for. Do you just want sun all the time? Do you want a beach? Do you want infrastructure? That was very important to me. Infrastructure and medical care was like my top priorities, in transit. That was like the main things, and affordability was the main things that was very important to me. And so I chose countries that fit those things on my list, and that we could possibly live in. And some people are putting Thailand and Singapore and all these other countries on their list, and that's fine. So we also had kind of a support system here already built in, and we knew that that would help us. And with my spouse being from here, speaking the language, that was another big boost, because going to Portugal, we both would have to learn Portuguese, which, I'm learning Czech, and it's like one of the most difficult languages next to Mandarin, so I think I could do it, but I love Portugal, and I will visit it very often, and who knows, one day I still may end up there. But for a quick decision on how we're going to go, how we're going to get out, this is what we used. And I hope that anything I've said will help you to write down your non-negotiables, maybe make a flow chart of actions that you're going to take right away. Also, we started selling things a year in advance. We started selling things and giving things away and trashing things and going through things. We did, when we decluttered, we went through the house one room at a time, and we got rid of most of the stuff that we didn't want, like I said, and everything that was ready, that was packed in boxes and ready to be shipped with the shipping company, we put in one room, and we closed the door as we did that, and we went through the whole house until the house was empty and it was time to go. And I also can remember how when we decided we were going to go, we just randomly picked a date in the future, and we said, by this date we will be there, we'll be gone. And we had to change our date 3 times because of some other situations that happened with the house, pipes and stuff like that I've talked about before. But anyway, but we picked a date, and far enough in the future where we thought that we had enough time to get everything done, but not too far out in the future to where we would just keep putting it off. And we actually bought our tickets. And after you actually spend the money to buy your ticket, it kind of puts things in the frame of mind that I'm really going, and I've spent this money, and I'm not going to waste it. So in another video, I'll talk about all our shipping and how we shipped our things overseas. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.